Bad news, everybody. Virtual Daggerwin's back, and this time he means business. He has bought a house. Although actually that's a good thing, because it means that he's going to keep away from me. I see he's brought some furniture too. Wait a second. This stuff seems familiar. Virtual Daggerwin! Hello everybody and welcome back to Survivor Challenge. For anybody who didn't understand the raging at the end of that introduction, it was essentially the furniture from our old house. Virtual Daggerwin has raided it. He's taken all of our old stuff. Anyway, yeah, he can stay over there. For anybody interested in where that place is, it's actually the horse area, just over here. The stable. So he's not too far away. Anyway, today what we're going to be doing is hopefully, I don't know how well it's going to go, but hopefully we're going to be able to sell some wood. But it's not going to be like normal. We should be using the boats. As you can see, we harvested the field here yesterday. We made about £4,500 minus the £250 that we put aside for the ferry. It's going to cost us another £250 today. And yeah, I'm told that I do need to update my map, as I've just got back to things again after a break. I'm a bit sort of out of touch with the latest mods and updates. So yes, I'll get that done. Get it updated after this episode. I'll just take the combine home, and then we need to figure out exactly where we can park the ferry. I'm really hoping that we can maybe park on the beach or something behind here. That way we're not going to have to keep tractoring all the stuff around, because it adds up going backwards and forwards to the port. So we'll see. We'll have a look around. I think we'll probably keep the combine harvester in this area just over here. That shed there looks good. Eventually we may keep bales in here, but that is obviously going to be quite a long way down the line. We are not even close to creating bales. I think actually this is much harder than Series 1. I thought it was going to be easier, and well, many viewers thought it would be easier because we start off with what seems to be more. But yeah, I think somehow it is more difficult. I don't know why though. Anyway, yes, we'll go back down here and we'll jump onto the ferry. I suppose we should probably call it a barge. And it'd be good if we can land on the beach. If we can go on the beach though, I think the best area to start is actually going to be the far side of this field, not this side. Let's just go and take a look. Another reason for not wanting to keep taking it in the trailer is because it's not very big. The trailer is pretty small, but we do have super strength. That was always part of the deal, I believe. That's how we did it with Survivor Challenge 1. Okay, so yeah, we do have the beach, but it's not exactly easy to access. It seems quite steep. But yeah, we can park here. Yes, moor or anchor. Let's just go across. We're going to have to refuel. We sailed that ship over there. I just describe everything as a vehicle with wheels. We drove it everywhere. Yeah, so I think we'll pay the $250 before this time. Make sure I put a minus before that. Okay, so we've deducted $250. We need diesel. So with this barge we can do many different things. We don't have to just transport wood. We can transport machinery to different areas on the map. There are different areas that we can moor up. Okay, so there we are. We're stood there. The fool who doesn't have a clue how to sail a ship. Okay. So that is refilling. Luckily diesel isn't too expensive. The consumption on these things is quite high, but it still doesn't really come to too much. £81 for almost a full tank, that's not bad. Yeah, so we could have kept it there. We could even have used the crane to load it up, but yeah, I'm not very good with the crane, so I'm not really too bothered about using it. Plus, maybe there should have been another charge for using it, maybe £50. So we'll try and avoid that if we can do. But I'm thinking, just for today, if we go over here, we should be able to put that ramp down. Where is it? There it is. There we go. Best not to do it in the sea, but yeah, gives us an idea of where we can actually go. It's not too steep. Ah. Somehow I was expecting the barge to be shallower. I've actually run aground and I'm stuck. Come on. Ah, diff lock. We have diff lock. Yeah, so I've actually got stuck. We're free. Using diff lock was supposed to be a joke, but it did seem to work. Now, we do actually have strapping points across the entire barge, so if we can put all the logs in there, that'd be great. And I'm not really too worried about not being able to get onto the shore. Although, that's not bad, that's actually done quite well. And because we have run aground, it means we're not going to drift away. It's our anchor. So, yeah, let's just do this. Right, so let's start cutting the trees down. It's now raining. And I know it's not realistic to use super strength, but we've always used it on the first series as well. If we didn't use it, it would be not impossible, but the series would be unbelievably slow. So much so it would actually be boring. So it is for the best, even though it doesn't necessarily appear to be the best thing to do. We could just say that we're extremely strong. I'm sure there will be somebody in the world who could lift up the trees that we're lifting today. Although having said that, they will likely be cut into two, because even like this, they are a bit too long, even for the tractor. Like that one there, that's a 2. Cut it in half. The chainsaw is having a few issues today, actually. As you can see, it's frozen the game. So you can free it again by going on Alt-Tab, but you can see we do have a few errors here. Which is strange, because I've used this chainsaw loads, and I've not touched the file for it, I've not updated it or anything. And yeah, just today it's been causing some issues. It might be that it's not compatible with the lumberjack mod, not too sure. But if it does become an issue, we can just replace it with a more modern chainsaw, but it's going to cost us £1,000. Yeah, it's probably the two mods not working 100% together. But it's fine, I can put up with it. I say that now. Might not be saying it in an hour's time. Right, so I'm going to keep loading, and then we can start throwing the logs onto the barge, and then we'll go over to the sell point. I think it's going to be relatively simple, selling the wood. At least that's what I'm hoping. Oh, it's a big one. Ah, a very big tree. So big, in fact, that I can't control it. Come on. That is huge. Yeah, this is going to cause issues. We're just going to have to cut them up into 3s or 4s. So yeah, I'll see you when we have started to load the barge. Okay, so load number 2. So far so good. Obviously, this is not the ideal way to go with an overloaded trailer of wood, but it does work. I don't know if I should strap the wood which is already on the barge. I don't want it to go flying. You know what FS physics are like. Suddenly something is fine and the next minute it goes flying. Especially wood if you stand on it. It's like a broomstick. Okay, so it does seem to be relatively simple getting it on board. And even using this method of just literally dropping down the cliff face, it's still quite slow. So yeah, I wouldn't want to be going to the port every time. I am trying to make it as neat as possible. I know it's not obvious, but I'm trying to make it neat. I'll jump onto the barge in a second and we can tidy it up. But yeah, so far so good. We're clearing the field. That's the thing, we start off with one field, but because it is full of trees, really before we can do anything substantial, we just have to clear everything. We can't be having huge harvests yet. But just think about it, as soon as it is clear, that is a big field. Suddenly we'll feel to be doing really well. Okay, so just quickly tidy things up. There we go. You could get a serious amount of wood on here. Very impressive. So there we go, we've got the straps on. Probably not necessary, but just in case. I don't want to lose all the progress we should be saving. There we go. And yeah, the chainsaw seems to be working fine. So I don't know why there was a problem initially. But that is good. It's one of those things, you know, temporary glitch. These things happen. So let's continue. It's actually unfortunate that the crop is still there in the field. The withered crop, because it makes it quite hard to see what's going on. Kinda makes me want to jump cut, but then yeah, you're going to miss out on the progress. But look at this, we've already created this nice section of the field. Looking good. Maybe actually if we clear this section here, or at least start to clear it, we think we can have an L shape. We could maybe have an L shape for the next crop. Because no way are we going to clear the whole field before it's ready to re-drill. It'll be time to re-drill very soon. But I am still considering drilling grass, which might sound weird, but I just feel it's the best thing to do. We're going to have to get the silage pit, and yes, if we're going to mowers, we've got this here. Not too expensive. We do need the header as well, but I don't think it comes to more than £20,000. I'm kind of thinking down the lines of the wood. The wood is worth quite a bit of money, so it should pull us far away from the £4,000 bank account balance that we currently have. So anyway, yeah, I'll continue. And I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I just did a load off screen because it was just becoming a bit too much for a time lapse. It's probably going to make you feel a bit ill. So yeah, we've still got a log in the field there, mustn't forget that. The cultivator will find it anyway. But yeah, we're going to clear those 4 or 5 trees back there, and then we're going to say that it's done for today. Well, the trees are done for today, because that is a huge amount of wood that we have cleared. And I can't wait to see how much we've actually made. This could really be the turning point. Maybe we can afford some new machinery or a new area in the yard. That might be a bit optimistic, but anyway, let's just get this loaded up. We'll go back for those final few trees, and then once again we can set sail and we can see how much we've made. By the way, it's £250 for every time that we use the ship or use the barge to sell something. So if I was to go... No. No, 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 no. Oh, this is not good. Underneath the barge. I can't reach it. There we go. Yeah, so if I went to the sell point now and sold these and then came back again for another load, the next load would cost another 250. So the more we can fit on each load, the better. Still raining. Horrible day. A good day for doing trees. Okay, so where is the log which was hiding? Always guaranteed to hit it. There it is. It's the biggest one left in this area. We've still got some huge trees behind. Come on, get down. What an annoying tree. Yeah, huge ones over there. That can be the final section. So we're going to do this field in threes. We've done a third over there. Actually, no, we've done more than a third today. It's been pretty good. It's like we did a quarter to begin with, now we've done a half today. Removing the stumps as I go. I have missed a few, but that's just the way it is. Sometimes you just lose them. But yeah, it's going to be interesting when we put the next crop in. Whatever it may be. Right, so yeah, we've got 3 small trees left. These aren't very big. They won't bring a large amount of income, but it's all extra. So yeah, I'll continue. I'll just get all these done. Get them put onto the trailer, and then we can finish off by throwing them onto the barge. And then we can go to the sell point. I think it's the same place pretty much as where we went to yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Sawmill, I would hope. Otherwise I have no idea where I'm going. So yeah, we'll figure it out. There we go. It's clear. Look how much more space we have. That is fantastic. We actually do have space for another tree, so I think we'll take one more down from over here. We mustn't forget as well that we do have some pre-cut wood in the yard. Actually, the wood which we have in the yard is really good. Really fat trunks. They must be from established trees. Probably didn't need to cut that. But anyway, there we go. Try and squeeze this one if we can do, but yeah, don't really like to put the heavy ones at the top. There we go. Yeah, so we're left with these. Really isn't too bad. We can do them in another session. On the next wet day, I guess. But yeah, I think we've done half today. I don't know. Maybe it is a third. Looking at that again. But the barge is looking great. We have so much wood on here. All the wood which I did off screen. Oh, steady, steady. Bit too much weight hanging off the back of the trailer. Yeah, obviously we do need a bigger tractor. It's a bit of a priority. But yep, I'll just throw these onto there. It's been good. The tractor has done well. It started off neat. Sort of ended up messy. But not to worry. It could be much worse. So we'll turn the engine off. And we'll sail this thing. I suppose it is drive. It's not really sailing, is it? Although it doesn't really matter. Oh no, it really is stuck. That's it. We're free. Very nice. Better fold them in, although that might cause a few issues at the front. Yeah, don't want to break things, but look at the load that we have here. That is amazing. It really is good. Yeah, so I don't think we have any kind of risk here about losing the load. It seems to be very stable. In fact, if anything's going to make it go flying, it's the ramp trying to squash a few. I've left some of the logs in the area I shouldn't have done, outside of the box. Right, so which way is faster? That is the question. I would say going underneath the bridge over here is going to be fastest. So let's go. There is also first person view, which is always nice. Very immersive. And there's also other traffic. We do have other boats sailing around. They're getting restless. Stop your jiggling. What if I unstrap them? Oh, that's not good. Yeah, so they do move in transit. Again, probably because of the ramp that I squashed them with. Under the bridge. Hooray! Always something fun about going under a bridge whilst on a ship. Gets much scarier out here. We have much bigger ships. Although we're not going that far out, we're pretty much hugging the coast here. Oh, whoa! Didn't even see that coming. It's a good job there's no collisions. Okay, so here we are. It looks like we probably sail into where the crane is. Well, not the crane over to the right, the sort of gantry crane. Although maybe there? That looks more like the sawmill to me. I would say so. Unless we can sell at the other place. We're going to have wood chips on here. Wood chips go to the sawmill, but yeah, I don't know. It might be worth trying it out. Well, the obvious thing to me would be to go over here, because that's where you can see all the timber stacked up. Now, it just depends how logically I think. I really don't know. There is a marker, which is a good sign. I think we just moor up in here. But that could also be for the crane, I guess. We'll see. Let's see if this will sell it. Brilliant! Oh, good grief, look at that, £15,549. Wow. Now that really is a step in the right direction. So today has really paid off. In fact, that is what was it, 3 times what we got yesterday? Seems good. And we do still have more wood to go. Almost £20,000. So that would definitely pay for the grass swather, the John Deere. It just depends really if we're ready for it, because we don't just want the machine. We also require a silage pit. We could actually get a placeable one, a really cheap one made out of tyres. We don't necessarily have to buy the one which is here somewhere, this one here, because we have sort of set this at £10,000, which I think for something like this is a reasonable price. So yeah, and then we also need a way of picking up the grass. So maybe we shouldn't do grass just yet. Oh, I should have taken these. Oh, I always forget something, but there's always next time. There'll definitely be a next time. And yeah, $250 for that. $250 to transport that huge quantity of wood in one go. That seems good. And even the barge is celebrating. Hello, barge. Sort of waving with its ramps. So that is good news. Anyway, I can't believe it. I was playing the game at ×5 for some of this episode, and already we're coming to the end of the day. It's been a grim day. The money has made it okay. But no, that is good. We've definitely gone a huge step in the right direction. So please do recommend down below what you think we should spend the money on. What is the best thing to do? It's that maniac again in his motorboat. We've certainly been on boats quite a bit this weekend, with 2 episodes of Survival Challenge. But I think it's made a very nice change. It saves going backwards and forwards over there with the tractor continuously. Very happy with the money that we've made. We just have to spend it wisely. Wow! An observatory! This is amazing! I know I was on the boat, I just swam over here when I saw it. That's really nice. I've probably already seen it before, I just overlooked it. Okay, back to the boat, can't leave it there. And here we are, back at port. So I'm just going to finish off by basically explaining the situation with survival roleplay, because many people ask about it, which I think is great. I really do appreciate everybody who enjoys the series. Essentially, I'm waiting for 22. I don't want to keep going with 19. I feel like I've done everything, pretty much. There's probably a few things that haven't been done. But of course, there's the limitations of the game itself anyway, so it's tough. It's really tough to keep going. I've probably done close to 200 episodes on 19. So yeah, it's kind of on hold until 22, and then it's going to be hopefully a fresh start with a really good storyline and stuff. If I was to keep it going with 19, I could keep it going, but it's just going to run dry, it's going to get boring, and then no one's going to be excited about it for 22. So yeah, kind of on hold for Series 4, if we're going to call it that. Unless it's called FS22 Series 1, I don't know, really don't know yet. But yeah, that is the situation. Having said that, there might be a few more episodes in 19, but if there are, there'll only be like 1 or 2, maybe 3. But yeah, there we go. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and until next time, see you again soon. Bye for now.